welcome back everyone. Just wanting to do a quick video today on some XRP, Hedera, and some interest rate news, both in US and Australia. Basically, there's no news on XRP at the moment. I haven't heard anything really significant, and this was dropped over the weekend on the 29th of April, this one was. Ripple says SEC suffered setback in XRP lawsuit, predicts when summary judgment will be delivered. Now, this is no news. I couldn't understand what was going on with this, and I was trying to work it out, and I sent it to a couple of friends. You know, it came across on my Twitter, and I think even on YouTube as, exclamation marks and all this news and how fantastic this news is. But it isn't. It's old news. It's from March. We already know this, so I don't know why everyone's hyping this up all over Twitter and YouTube. It's not news. Basically, from what I can work out, is that Ripple just released a quarterly report and they made comments on this. So there we go. In its XRP markets report for the first quarter of 2023, Ripple says that testimonies from some of the SEC's experts were struck out from the court record in an opinion delivered by the lawsuit's preceding judge. Okay, we already knew that. So I was trying to work out why this was such big news and everyone had, boom written everywhere with exclamation marks and all that crap, and it's not new news. Basically, even got it here. On March the 6th, this is when we found that information out. So I know we're in summary judgment at the moment, so I'm just trying to work out why there was a need for more information. I thought everything was filed and we're just waiting for the judge. So it took me, I was busy over the weekend, but I tried to look it up and I couldn't actually find what this was from anyone that was sort of talking about it until I've come onto this website here quickly and I've seen, okay, this is the old news from March. So people are just making news up, trying to hype it up for no reason. Don't get me wrong, I got quite a bit of XRP and I'm hoping that, it's a favorable ruling for XRP and Ripple in the lawsuit. But I don't know why people are hyping up this no news. So I thought I'd report on the news that is no news. There you go. Now moving on to Hedera. Hedera's transactions are close to 8 billion transactions. And I've been monitoring this closely. I'm quite into Hedera. I think it's a great crypto. And I don't understand why it's so cheap at the moment. I think it's great value. Not financial advice, but we're coming on to the 8 billion transactions. Now, the quickest one from what I can see was the 6 billion, from 5 to 6 billion. It happened in 17 days. Now, Hedera hit 7 billion transactions on April 16th, and we're at May the 1st, and we're at 7.9 billion already. And from what I can see, we're doing it about 50 to 60 million transactions per day. So this will hopefully clock over by the end of the day today, making it quicker than the quickest 1 billion they did on the 6 billion transactions here. So from 5 billion to 6 billion, it took 17 days. Some quick math. I think this will be at 7, 14, 15, maybe 16 days, depending when it comes in. So it's a day or two quicker. That's just quick math. So don't hold it to me, but yeah. And we've still got 40 million transactions to go. But it looks like it will get there quicker, and it will be the quickest 1 billion that Hedera has done. So they're growing. They're still growing. Their transactions are growing, and the price is still pretty much the same. So I've loaded up my bags, and I'm hoping that we get some good news on Hedera soon. And I might make a video in the future about the governing council and who's on it, like Google, I think IBM, Dell. They're all in the council at the moment. So I think it's quite a good potential coin future. So that's something to look out for. The next I wanted to touch on is that crypto markets are going crazy at the moment. They're all over the place. I tried to do a couple of trades over the weekend. It looked like it was going really well, then it's crashing. Well, not crashing. Well, it's dropping quite significantly. It's growing as well, and from what I can see, it's not on based on any news at all. So I think it's this meeting that's coming up, the FOMC meeting, which is going to be talking about the interest rates, and I think that's in 2 or 3 days. The results of that. Now I think everyone is speculating that it's going to be a 0.25 raise for US. I don't understand how they're going to do that with their banks collapsing at the moment, and their inflation is dropping quite significantly. So I don't understand why they need to do this and raise it again. If they don't raise it and it comes in as a pause, I think we're going to see a big rally for crypto. So stay tuned for that. Their inflation is coming down, and from some of the research I've done, they've got like a lagging indicator or something got to do with real estate, and their real, I think they're currently at about 5% for inflation. I think it would be 5.6 or 5.8. I can't remember exactly. Um, but there's a few economists that are speculating that it's actually significantly lower without the real estate portion into the data. And I've tracked their inflation through an app, and it's been dropping significantly for the last 8 months, if not more. I think it started dropping in October, November, really significantly, and it had a bit of a slowdown a couple of months ago, but it's still dropping quite well. So they're saying that they're going to do a 0.25. Everyone's talking about a 0.25. I think they might actually pause. So I think they have to because their banks are just dropping like flies at the moment. And in saying that, Jim Cramer, I don't know if you guys know about Jim Cramer and Inverse Cramer. I think he said something yesterday about that would be the last banking crash or banking issue for America. And usually, what he says, the opposite happens. So stay tuned for that. Last thing I wanted to touch on was some RBA news for Australia. Financial markets say there is a 100% chance the RBA board will hold the official cash rate at 3.6% when it meets on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. I don't believe that. I don't understand why everyone thinks it's going to pause. Like, I know we've seen a little bit of a drop in inflation. It's not significant enough to pause interest rates. Don't get me wrong, I would love for them to pause interest rates. I'd love for them to drop it. But I don't think it's going to help the economy as a whole. But I'm hoping it pauses, but I don't believe it. So hopefully it does. We'll see what happens. And there was some other interesting news I saw in here. Commonwealth Bank Head of Australia Economics Gareth Aird said it now appeared that the property market had bottomed. He predicted a 3% rise in home prices this year and a further jump of 5% in 2024. I don't understand how that is. And from the research I've done, I think there's about 600,000 mortgages that are coming off the 2% uh, fixed rates from during COVID. From I think it was about 2 years ago. They're all coming off soon, and I've spoken to a lot of friends and people I know at work and stuff like that, and they're stressing, thinking they're not going to be able to pay the increase in repayments from their cruisy 2% to nearly 6. So I've got a friend in real estate as well. He said that the main data that they've sourced for this could be the median price. So there's been a few houses that have sold for in the millions or whatever it may be, and it sort of skews the data a little bit. So I'm not too sure about that. I think we've still got a long way to go before the housing corrects here. I would love for it to be the bottom. I've got a couple of properties, so if it's the bottom, it would be great, but I don't see that happening. Um, if the RBA surprises the market with a 0.25% point increase in the cash rate on Tuesday, it would add almost $100 a month to the repayments on a $600,000 mortgage. So that's, yeah, if you in total, it's been about $1,300 a month since they've started raising rates. But I think we've still got more to go. If anyone differs or has any information, put in the comments. I'd like to see it. I'm hoping they pause. I'm hoping housing prices goes up. I just don't believe it. If anyone has any info, let me know. And if you want more info like this, like and subscribe, and I'll keep posting more videos. See you in the next one.